Test, 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 mic test, test. Test, 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 mic test, test. Test, test, mic test, test. Test, test, mic test, test. You know, not 100% the way I want it, but close enough. So how's everyone doing tonight? Well, I hope. And it has been a quick minute since I played this game. But they released it to Steam, so I decided to come back in and check if anything has changed, if anything is improved, or if Intrepid is still doing what they're doing. I won't touch this for another 6 months. Guess we'll find out. Playing a dwarf. I have not been in this area yet. Let me see if I can bring up the map. So this is a new area since last time that I played. The second zone that they opened up. And the original is down here. So comparatively, we can do the mechanic, we can do the graphics, the server, any kind of lag that I'm getting. Not the areas though. I'd have to log in or create another character down there to do a side-by-side comparison from when I played before, but I figure this down here is overdone. And this up here would be more interesting. So, fresh new character. And did we... Yeah, we did the, I did not do a straight... Lesson learned. You don't, unless you're always in a party, but if you're soloing, you better be able to heal yourself. So I'll do kind of a hybrid cleric. I'll use either a weapon in the shield or a two-hander. Not so much ranged. Maybe at the beginning to pull mobs. We'll see. And I am thinking, yeah, divine power. And I'm just trying to remember which is which. Okay, if I'm remembering correctly, this will give you an ability to complete your spell instant. And it goes on a short cooldown. And this one just uses normal resource costs. Which I'm not going to get myself in any kind of crazy situation where I'd need a instacast. If you were actively PvP, if you were the one healer in a group, you'd probably want to go with Infusion over Essence, or Divine instead of Essence. But I'm going to go with Essence. Then I just gotta get the okay, you can cast this on yourself, but you gotta self-target. I'm gonna go have to take some damage to see what's what. And I think if I remember correct, even if you're not targeted, if you don't have a specific target, you get targeted yourself. Correct. So I don't need to worry about that either. Right now we have got Spellbook, which is essentially ranged. And then this is supposed to be like a mace. But, like I said, think of the kind of like a paladin. So now I gotta go find a starter mace. We'll go ahead and pick that up. I don't need a bow. I'll take a sword. And I think there's the mace. And they should have a two-hander around here somewhere also. Looking for a shield. In the noob area, they just got all this crap laying around. It's all rusty, and it's just, I mean, total beginner noob. Okay, come on, leg. Really? Don't be doing this. Oh, man. Come on, you're killing me here. Not a good start. What the hell is this? Yeah, and this is definitely killing me. All right, are you going to behave now? Absolutely damn ridiculous. All right, let's try this again. Yep, not the ISP, not the PC, not the feeds, OBS. OBS flaking out on me. And the stuff that they listed that they were correcting or fixing was why I pulled the trigger on that. We'll see if we can get it to crash again. Yeah, and see, now the game is laggy as hell. They really need to optimize this crap. It's been a problem from the start. Updated, it was smooth. Yeah, see, okay. Here we go. Moment of truth. First thing that happens is my webcam locks on me. And then OBS locks up. And it all happens when I do this. First time it didn't do it. like I said, it's not that I don't have the system resources or internet for it. The only thing is that I can think of is the update broke something. I don't even know if I can roll it back. And I am not going to jinx it by saying shit about the connection. Right, now what I was saying before is I'm looking for a shield and the other mace. Ridiculous. Well, there's the shield. Why can't I pick that up? See? I think there's some game lag going on here. I should be able to pick all this crap up. And there's that mace I want. Or a maul. Two-hand. Maybe that's legit that I can't pick those shields up over there. So the only thing I'm missing right now is a shield. And in this, in here, it's acting, and FPS is shit right now. And the funny thing is now that OBS is working in conjunction with it, which I kind of had a feeling that I need to switch it to a different capture source or engine, if you want to call it that. But this is looking real fucking laggy on stream. Hopefully that will change when I get out of this citadel that I'm in. Now, I could fix it by logging out and logging back in. I mean, logging out to the character selection, then logging back in. And sometimes it fixes any kind of lag you got going on. But like I said, I'm hesitant to do that because of all the difficulty that I freaking had. Just incredible. would also paints an unfair picture to me also of the game. Now, do they deserve it? Well, shit, that's what we were going to determine tonight, right? Do they deserve their rep? Are they still up to their, the way that they were doing their business? Or has shit changed? That's why I came here to find out. Find out if I want to continue to play this, or if I'm just going to wait until it's 100% full bore release in another 5 years. Did I say that out loud? I cannot find a shield. Found everything else I wanted. Can't find a shield. Should be one over here. Should be able to pick that up. I keep looking over at my second monitor to make sure that my feed hasn't crapped out on me again. Well, not the feed, but OBS. And I do not remember it being such a pain to find the damn shield. It used to be laying all over the place. Like this. I should be able to pick. There it is. Alright. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do here is go with the mace and the shield. You got 75. These should be pretty much the same. I've got more XP in the mace skill. This basically because of low power, low damage, because of my skill is at like, I don't know, it's either 0 or 1. Oops. Trying to drop it into the cosmetic. Seriously. I don't like that it changes your active weapon automatically when you disable or drag out. I drug out my ranged. And then it auto-equipped my next immediate item that I... Man, what the hell is this doing? Okay, one or the other. I don't remember it being like that. Yeah, I actually remember that all those slots, these, it didn't matter what you put where. It wasn't designated as anything. Now they got them separate. So I can either go with the great mace or the mace and the shield. That actually sucks. I don't like that. But we'll give it a go. I still need to talk to these yahoos. It's getting ridiculous. If it keeps it up, I'm gonna end the stream. Just one more time. Because this would actually be crazy to be watching. It'd drive me nuts, so I know it's driving y'all nuts. Fucking OBS. Can't we all just get along? See, and now the leg's gone in here. I don't get it. Really? Really, dude? Or was that guard? Guards. Quit attacking my shit! How am I supposed to get credit if you keep fucking attacking it? Bad design. Bad Intrepid. Naughty Intrepid. Get a fucking handle on your guards. I need to get some levels before I take on 2 of them at once. Yep, no weapon points. Now there's 2. This is why I chose Cleric, by the way. Not by mistake. I knew what was going to happen. Now I'm real hesitant to frickin' not have my eyes glued over there. I need another screen like right up here. There we go. And believe it or not, that's actually going to help. Now let me see if I can remember the path to do this right. Still need to buff up weapon skills, almost there. I should actually probably be doing this with the shield instead of the two-handed weapon at the beginning, but don't need your help, bud. Quit killing my shit. Because what the deal is in this game, you gotta pull it, you gotta do the most damage. It's old school rules on mobs. And so him coming over here, probably being what level? He's only level 2 too. But the way he's swinging that damn thing is well above what I'm doing. Especially if he has something other than a rusty weapon. So he's gonna do all the damn damage and basically kill steal my shit. And I mean, realistically, the combat in this game is not complex. You can dodge, you can block, but you pretty much just go toe to toe when you're just doing mobs. I'm thinking it more of a PvP thing. And just going up against mobs, you just have to be able to soak it. I don't like what it did there either. Yeah, see, it's got that default keybind for that shit. And I got it set up as a one of my hotkeys. And so it's screwed with the mouse look. Screwed around with this. really don't have the strength or the weapon skill to be pulling these things out quickly. Out of all these mobs around here, this guy's got to go for what I'm tagging. So that's when you just are aggressive as hell and they don't get anything because you're pulling and killing everything. And I'm at that level where I can do it barely. So they're not getting any credit for helping. Saw what that son of a bitch just did. As far as I'm concerned, everything appears to be the same, to include the leg, as it did during the early alpha stages. I'm not seeing any kind of difference here. So I honestly think they pulled the gun too quick. Pulled that trigger too quick. wanted to help me out. Now I'm going to help you. And until you get your other clerical spells, the ones that are a little bit higher level, the quick cast and being able to cast like 3 or 4 of those small ones is the way to go. One thing I did forget about is that cleric-wise, is if you don't target yourself to heal, you get the heal from it. But if another player is standing close enough to you, you'll actually heal them before you heal yourself. And that's because he was in the my reticle that it targeted him, because I'm not using a lock. I'm not target locking anything. Got weapon points now. Definitely going with stagger. And all it does is get more difficult. So if you were playing MMOs in early 2000, you will not have an issue with this. If you're playing MMOs in 2020, you might have an issue with this. Because you're used to a whole different monster. And it looks like nothing has changed as far as that's concerned. That's why I was kind of hoping that they were getting other areas finished, so at least I could go explore. You really didn't need to do that, buddy. Well, that's why is the guard pulling all the way out here? The only thing I can think of is that someone's dragging. Well, here, I'll show you. If I attack a mob and come by the guard, they'll attack it. So anything I attack, if I'm around guard, they'll attack. And sometimes I just think either they get overzealous or someone pulls a mob back to them. And then they start focusing on that mob, you know, or not the mob, but the character. Because there's no reason that they should come all the way out here. What he did. I mean, look at all the crap that he's run past to come help me. See, and I don't get it. So now, the only thing that I changed as far as stream goes, when I was having so many issues at the start, was I changed the source type, which goes off the executable directly and hooks into the game to a window. That's, I mean, and the funny thing is I'm not going to be able to tell if it's something that they did in Ashes or if it's something with OBS, because both those programs changed stuff. Both of them updated since the last time I had conducted a stream test. a stream test that is acting like this is acting right now, so I don't know. Maybe it was a combination of both. Hopefully I don't have to go through that shit again, though. Bad channel rep. That's for damn sure. And it's going to be interesting to take a look at the YouTube streams and see what YouTube does with them, because I do a scheduling, and it will just it will keep it running. It doesn't chop it up and segment it like it does on Kick. It basically leaves your connection open until it reattaches, you know, if you were having drops or anything like that. But my guess is it's going to go cut, drop frame. So I don't. I think what I need to do is just do a do-over, call a mulligan on it. Here I think I should probably do, because it makes a huge difference at the beginning. Putting your skills in. Finisher is what I generally go with. I go with stagger, I go with finisher. And trigger chance is what I max out first, and then I'll go with damage. But to trigger, so that's more frequent, I'll do that first. Let's see. We'll go ahead and go with that. See, that's movement. That's all movement crap. So I will go with fortification. Like I said, mend. If you do these, you know, you can do quick little heals. Later on, when you get up into here, mend becomes basically kind of worthless. But for the first, I don't know, like till you're maybe level 6, and it's a cast. It's something you can throw out real quick. So if someone's about to die, you can actually save their ass. Or at least enough for a like a fighter to get a potion off, or to heal himself, or give you time for your cooldown to cook off. suppose I really should be doing the missions and the quests right now, but I'm just used to this kind of gameplay. As far as old school, you know, the grind. Especially since I'm getting to the point where it's actually doing alright. So now I'm just stat building. But basically all you have to do if you're not doing a tab target is look down at your feet, and as long as they're not in your immediate radius, it'll heal you. But if you're looking at and that stagger is nice. Well, finally a damn stream settled the hell down. Ridiculous. Lesson learned. If you're not a cleric or don't have a cleric near you or a summoner, it actually becomes a pain in the ass. Always have a cleric in your party. Old school rules. Wish that had a little bit of AoE to it. Alright, last one. I swear I'll quit screwing around. Because you probably didn't come here to watch me grind. So let's see. We gotta go across here. I'm looking at the mini map in the upper right. And there is a number 1 on the map. But grinding a couple of levels out is going to make getting to quest destinations a lot easier solo. And weapon. I'm just gonna keep going with the chance to trigger. And then, like I said, I'll go to damage. Low level's best way to do it. And it looks like that hasn't changed either. There I go, thinking I'm hot micing when I got pushed to talk on. What I was making a comment about is it should be voiceover, at least up until like level 5, and then I said, well, hell, the whole thing should just have a voiceover. I mean, even if it was, you know, AI, that'd be fine, and then just put different tone variations on it. Because they may have things that you should probably read, but I mean, realistically, nowadays, you know, maybe 15 years ago, 20 years ago, you know, read everything. It's no big deal. I still do it in some of the old school D&D games, Pool of Radiance, Curse Azerbons, things like that. Because it's, you know, expected. It's an old-ass game. This being a new one, it needs to follow suit with voiceover. So that your players don't have to read if they don't want to. But like I was saying, to me, yeah, I can do it, but it's I come here to relax, not read a fucking book, right? So I'm playing it just to kind of, you know, basically veg out. Not really have to think about anything or do anything. It's kind of like running Diablo. Just hack and slash and do your thing. So need to report to the commander, and all I'm doing is following the waypoints on the map up there. At least they got those. I mean, it could be if they went real old school, there wouldn't be shit for map markers up there. They wouldn't even have icons above their heads. Yeah, you know, except for like in WoW. WoW you did. But I think in some of the other ones, they name change color, or they would say something as you pass by them that's related to what you're trying to do. You know, there'd be basic. What's this guy? Yeah, sure, why not? Come on. I do not have any kind of cures on me though, so if they are anything mechanical, I'm good, but if they got some kind of poison, because it looks like a damn scorpion. Again, this area is new to me, so. But it sounds and looks kind of mechanical. But that doesn't mean that it doesn't have some kind of poison. So I can heal myself, but I don't have any cures right now. If I was to get afflicted by something. And you definitely don't want the poison in this game from like the spiders and shit. You need to cure that stuff quick. Because it will bleed you out. Okay, that's Root Warden. That's not a command. There he is. So I guess the triggers in here, they just got more. You notice how he says, you know, what do you say? Finally, blah 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 blah. Which is kind of a should have been an audio trigger, but they also got these little marks above their heads. So I guess they go kind of halfway with it. I don't talk like that. Yes, you do. No, I don't. And that's all just introductory. And this is basically it. All the other stuff is mainly guild-wise, PvP. It's good fantasy land, you know. It's unique, but I mean this does the dwarven side of things. Kind of reminds me of oh, I don't know. Who am I thinking of? Ironforge? You know? I mean, even if you look at the dwarves, I think they got some inspiration from somewhere. Although they also had dwarves that looked like that were in EverQuest. So the mechanics of what you can and can't do, you know, it does on certain, when you hit certain things a certain way, it will auto climb. Otherwise you might have to initialize it, but don't make things real hard. But there are also points where it's undeniably major old school. The fact that you can grind up your levels in this game is old school. And a lot of people, especially if you don't have a lot of time, you're not going to be doing that. But the quests that you get are enough to, you know, speed you up real quick. As long as you can handle the level that the quests are at. So there may be grinding involved if you haven't, you know, gone into an area and there's 10 guys with quests and you only pick the main 2 instead of all 10. You might have an issue. And I'm not sure if the hiccup that I was having with the connection was, like I said, game related or OBS. You know, the streaming software. So I can't place a judgment on whether or not they've balanced out or improved the network. I can make an assumption about it that it's slightly improved, but they still have issues. which is probably the case. But I can't swear on it. And one thing I will grind for, I got my mount too. But one thing I will grind for is equipment. And as far as going on this side of the house, I have not found the grindable mob yet to get equipment from. And this guy is over here somewhere. Come on now, there's Commander. Actually, yeah, the Root Warden was out here. Why the hell is it showing? You're already bound to it out of habit. Might have to do it. Yeah, to get credit, I had to do it again. And there are still some default keybinds that you can't change. Some that overlap, like the page up that I generally use for heal. You know, gives you the stats. Which first it doesn't do because I changed the keybind. And it's supposed to delete the other one, but after a little while it kind of fell back into it. And this is from like Alpha 1 and 2 that I would do that kind of crap, so that hasn't changed. Or as far as I'm concerned, keybinds are still an issue. It's not clean. I mean, even if they include a reader, you know, and put it as like your internal thought, you know, and your character's voice would be better than sitting here reading a freaking novel. As far as I know, no one really does that anymore, so usually if I'm ever watching a video, they're just like skip, 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 skip. I do the same thing half the time. I'll read maybe, you know, down into like the second paragraph, but if they're just babble, babble, babble. It's just ignore, next, 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 next. And then they'll throw something that you actually need to read in there, and you'll miss it. What the hell is that icon? Okay, that's the port. Untied Duke. I'll just leave the rest of those for whoever still needs them. So this is the new mechanic, I guess. This is one thing that has changed since the last time I played. Is you can carry shit on your back now. You don't need a wagon. I guess it's a small amount, but I mean you can still carry shit on your back. So. And you can still roll. Interesting. I don't know why the hell he couldn't have done that himself. It actually can be fun to play cleric. I like the mage too. Mage is fun. But mage, you need to be in a damn group. Because as soon as you're out of points, you're gonna suck it. Yeah, see, I can't, they're preventing you from going off the edge there. Invisible barrier. I'm actually surprised those things aren't attacking me yet either. Well, it does look cool. This area does. But what it really does remind me of is Lord of the Rings. It has that kind of vibe to it. Alright, where'd my weapon go? That will take those. Now, doing this, I'll be curious if I open the second one, if it's going to open here or if it's going to go back over there. Because I've moved. Move the interaction. So that's power. That's crit. And okay. So there we got gloves, breastplate. Okay, bracers. Actually, bracers, I'll go with the... And then the gloves, I'll go with the, those right there. Which is the wisdom. That's a little bit different. Yeah, I'll still go with that. I was actually kind of expecting them to be gauntlets. You know, like steel. Maybe read the wrong one. So you got physical defense, magic defense, and physical defense. Max health, constitution. Yeah, I'll take the max health and the constitution. That works. Yeah, see, that's heavy. I was expecting to be plate. So now we got Heartstones from the Claiborne Guardians. Yeah, just keep rolling down the path. Interesting. I don't know where the hell it is. I'm not seeing it. Are y'all seeing it? He's swinging like he has his weapon out, but I don't see shit. Interesting. That is interesting. I'm not sure what was up with it. After I talked to the commander or whatever it was, it put the weapon away. After I got the what was it, the mount and the medallion, it put the weapon away. And going on the other side of the wall here with this equip. See, now it's working the way it should. I don't know if that's lag or if it was just missing the animation or something. Those bats are flying like ducks. Missing the animation again. I don't know if there was anything else in here, just that, just him. And I am definitely aggroing the shit out of him. So much so. Yeah, I was gonna say I could probably pull it off of him. See, being a summoner, I wouldn't choose that. You can get one that heals and slams the shit out of stuff. That's one I would have gone with. That's that. I think that's the tank. And if you got something that's healing you, you can tank. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it does, you know, DPS AoE. And by the way, that's what a cleric does. Just frickin' sits there and casts. It's boring as hell. But, like I said, if you solo a lot, this game, you gotta drink a potion or do something else. Because basically it you take damage and it doesn't It doesn't restore. At least not quickly. I think you actually gotta like sit down. You gotta do this, and that restores it. If I can get my mouse cursor off. They really need to lock that into the other window. It was over on my second monitor. This right here. 5 health and 5 mana per second. It's slow as shit. Then I got gauntlets, dexterity, and health. Nope. Worse than what I got. But I'll hang on to them just because. Still can't see my damn weapon. I think he's using it. Let's see, I do have the book equipped right now. It's just not showing it. Camels. take those. Suppose I should look here, see if I got any point. So now we got, let's see, healing touch. And that's basically a proc. This one's a pretty powerful one. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go with that. And I'll show you what that one does. Get a little bit reduced here. Basically, you hold it down and then you release it. I still like this one the best though. So I mean, realistically, this is really about it until you get into guild play and the other mechanics. But if you're just looking to mess around, do some quests and do some stuff, this is basically what it looks like. So your typical get gear, get new gear, crafting, all that. It's all the MMOs blend nowadays. So I mean, you've got to come up with a look, something about your MMO that sets it apart. Something that keeps bringing players back and stuff like that. Maybe at higher levels, at guild and stuff like that, it could be fun. But I've done guild play before also, and it's this on a larger scale. PvP, same thing. I mean, it's that's basically why I did the Alpha 2, and then I suppose a little bit more than halfway through, I'm like, I'll wait. I'll see what they do with it. I'll see what happens. The crafting stuff and the node stuff looks really interesting. I mean, it's one of the reasons why I picked this game up initially, was because of the node control and how you have battles over that, and defend your homestead and all that kind of business. But I don't know, that may get kind of old kind of quick too. There's no nostalgia running off of this game because it's a new one. So it has to be up to date. The systems, after a little while playing a game that may play like an MMO from 20 years ago, may be kind of cool, but then you get to a certain point and it'll be like, you know what? I got better shit to do. So I guess the high-end play might be worth it, but they really gotta pull something into it. Bosses, wandering bosses, dragons and the giants and all that kind of crap, the seasonal stuff might be a good way to do it, but I haven't noticed or seen any of that stuff personally, so I can't speak to whether or not that's going to bring the level of gameplay up. It's a wait and see, and I'll get out of this Newberry. I'm still messing around in here, and I really need to get out of this area and about level 8, work my way up to 10 so I can, join a faction and do that kind of business, get out to a node in the area and see how that is. But I mean, right now it's pretty much going to be a grind. So I will, especially with this fucking rough start with the with OBS and the network bouncing in between the game and OBS, killed my fucking stream. All 3 of them killed them. But seems to be working now. That reset my focus on what's actually grabbing the game, what's hooking internally with the game, and it's playing nice. So I'm gonna call it here for now, and maybe when I hit like probably around level 8, level 10, or 8, 9, 10, somewhere in there, I'll probably restream. But right now, up until level 8, it's gonna look like this. what I've been doing, what I did during this video. That's basically what it's going to look like. You know, putting your points to get stuff, and then basically crafting armor or buying armor, gain something that, you know, you can kill these mobs quicker with. Getting enough points in your masteries and stuff. Well, not masteries, but your skill. So that when you do get better gear, because gear is a thing, you know, you can keep up with it. Keep up with the use and the damage and all that kind of business. But right now, it doesn't make for really interesting gameplay, especially if you've seen any Ash's videos before. To me, it still plays the same. You know, still has the same issues since the last time I dropped it. You know, they added a new area up north. They were supposed to have, what, like 4 or 5 of them by now? They got 2. So, color me not impressed. At least not now. Like I said, get up to 7, 8, 9, 10. And you'll see me back streaming, you know, when I have something to stream about. And if I roll through that and it's just like it used to be, I'll probably shelf it again. You know, until at least they get shit flushed out. But like I said, it has a lot of good systems in it. It just needs more, and something needs to tie it all together. Something has to just bring it together. It has to be different than what's already out there. And, you know, one of those things is going to be the nodes. And your factional guild. If you're a guild on the node, if you're a part of it, or if you're building separate off the immediate area out in the middle of the woods, but still in the same zone as that node, that might make interesting gameplay. I'm not there yet. I don't even know if the game's there yet. You know, it's something that I'll actually have to check some of the highlights that they've thrown out. I just basically came in here and where I left off. It's like, okay, play a new character, because they did a wipe. Play a new character, grind them up again, see if it's any different. Thought I'd give the dwarven area a try. But with the exception of just scenery, it's not doing anything. It's nothing's different than from what I see, nothing up here is different from what's down here. I mean, maybe it gotta go to the desert, you know, the biome, but the desert, you know, is part of this shit down here. So I'd have to travel all the way from up here down there. That might be something. Come all the way from up here down here. I'd probably want to be at least level 10 geared out, though. You know, because the further you get away from the base area, the higher the mobs are. That can really screw you up. pretty quick. But just another reason why I played a cleric, you know, self-heal. And I guess the summoner class, you've got a choice of like 4 Antiochs or whatever you want to call them, pets. And one of them can heal. And from what I gather, has a pretty decent DPS AoE hit as part of it also. So that could be fun. You know, different class, different race and stuff like that. But as far as actual gameplay at the beginning, seems the same to me. Like I said, I'll get higher up and probably throw another video up or do another stream, so you guys can get an opinion about that. But you know, you've seen enough. If you've watched this, you've seen enough to kind of base your decision on what low-level gameplay is like and how easy it can be. Like I said, the mechanics for stuff are in there. You're limited to how many times you can spam dodge, so you know you do have to time it, but you can avoid an attack. They do their big swing and telegraph that crap up in the air and start coming down. You can dodge it. So it's a little bit more action orientated. You know, it's not all tab target. You can play action. But I'll have to see if it reminds me more of what I've already done, or if they've got something new and interesting in it. But anyway, I'm going to call it. And y'all have a good one. And talk to you later. Peace.